We appreciate the pressures coming to bear on the district that the 300-minute plan is designed to solve. However, while this plan might solve the problems of class size reduction and the NCLB requirement for highly qualified teachers, it will certainly create other problems. For example, the superintendent's 300-minute plan will undeniably affect student achievement. This plan gives us more work. More teachers will teach 3 courses and less time in which to do it. The 6 out of 7 period bell schedule gives teachers only 50 minutes of paid planning time. Therefore, the quality of our instruction cannot help but suffer. In the 04-05 school year, King High School, one of the nation's top 100 schools, matriculated a 9th grade class of which 47.3% were reading at levels 1 and 2, according to Sagebrush. In the 05-06 school year, the numbers increased to 51.8%. Currently, 28% of all 9th graders attending King High School are reading at level 1. The recommended response to this problem is differentiated instruction. But when teachers will have more courses for which to prepare, how can we possibly work differentiated instruction into our plans? As we understood it, the goal of class size reduction was to enable us to give more time to differentiated instruction, more attention to the students who needed it, thus enabling us to serve our students better. But if teachers will be teaching the same number of students in more courses than we were before, we will in fact be less able to help our students on an individual basis because we simply do not have the time. Furthermore, the general quality of the instruction we provide will have to suffer. As the pressure on us simply to keep up mounts, even dedicated teachers will have little choice but to assign meaningless busy work for which we cannot provide any meaningful feedback. The more busy work we assign, the less quality instruction our students receive, but we will have no choice as we struggle to keep up with the increased number of demands on our time. We will have no choice but to use busy work, not only because we do not have the time to plan more meaningful lessons, but also because we do not have the time to grade more meaningful assignments. The less quality instruction our students receive...
Thank you. Your time is up. The next person is James, and the last name is Gobe?
It's Gabe.
Gabe? Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
My name is Jim Gabe, and I thank you for this opportunity to speak to you today on behalf of secondary school teachers. I'm a 30-year veteran in the county. I've always thought that the working conditions I had to function under were fundamentally fair for me and to meet my obligations and expectations. Until now. The superintendent plans to take half of the planning time my colleagues have had for many years and give us an additional class to teach as well. We will have 50 minutes per day under the proposal rather than 90 or 100 to plan. This idea has succeeded nowhere that I know of in the United States, and has rarely even been tried for a very obvious reason. It places the education of our children at risk. Over the years, teachers have seen a growing list of responsibilities we must fulfill before we can even begin to plan or grade assignments. We increasingly cover classes when subs don't show or can't be found. We have administrative duties. We have to update Edline next year, the online homework notification service. We have to enter tardies. We have absences to keep up with. We have phone calls to make. You know the drill. You know what the business we're in. On average, our real planning time will be considerably less than 50 minutes next year with 6 classes. Considering what is currently being asked of us before we can actually plan future lessons or grade student work, just wondered how does the district expect us to get all this work done? I wish the general public could see the average teacher parking lot after school lets out. What you'll see is what I see, and that many of us are walking out long after the bell looking like pack mules and airline attendants because many of us already take work home with us. Most of us accept this as part of the job and understand other occupations have to do this. The difference is in other occupations, the workers will be the one to ultimately suffer, whereas in ours, there are many other and ultimate innocent young people who will suffer if unrealistic and nearly unprecedented working conditions are imposed upon us. The district claims that this plan will ensure that students will have more qualified teachers in front of them, rather than having to rely on a growing number of teachers who are out teaching out of field.
Thank you. We have to stick to the time frame that we announced.
Was that 3 minutes?
Yes, yes. That's why I explained the green light and the yellow light.
They said 2 minutes for us.
Now, at the beginning of the meeting, I gave the guidelines, which are if there are more than one person, the time frame goes from 3 to 2. I'm sorry if you weren't here for that.